speakers when that trumpet sound, boy, you don't wanna miss out. Either in or you're out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in or you're out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in or you're out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in with the Lord or you're out with the Lord. Either in or you're out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in or you're out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in or you're out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in with the Lord or you're out.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Shabizi Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Mop.
Shabbat Shalom, Hebrew.
Man, what it do is like.
Man, all praises to the Most High for another Yom, another day. He done woke us up, all functionality of my mental faculties, my limbs. Made a few shekels this week.
Yes, sir.
You did?
Yes, sir.
So it's all good, man.
Yeah.
Family safe, I can't complain, man. I be telling people, complaint where? I'm looking for a complaint. You feel me?
Hey,
that's how you got to move out here. I'm just grateful. Most High's gracious.
Hey, football coach, 6 feet used to tell me back in the day, 6 feet above ground, a good day.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? So no matter what we're going through, which is our trials and tribulations, would inspire, not expired, but inspired today's lesson and the topic and whatnot, because we get caught in the flesh too much and we overlook what we're supposed to be looking for. So that's what inspired today's lesson. And the Ruach put it on you to come up with that title, with this title right here, Time to Collect.
Time to collect, man.
Time to collect whether it's good or bad, it's gonna be a time to collect.
Man, you didn't already summarize the whole thing. But that's a fact. That's a fact. So, Most High willing, let's get into some of that. Let's get into some exactly what you just said. So we got the theme of it, but we rolling with the Ruach on this one. Real quick, and this all ties hand in hand, whether people know it or not, right? But real quick, like you said, let's recap this Abib Fest. Over this past, week, last week we finished off celebrating Abib. A lot of people celebrating their Passover and thing in this Passover season. We just came out of a good Passover. And it was a real heavy experience for me personally. I'll say one thing. I just want to start off with this. I can feel the love. I feel the love of the Mishpachah. The love of the Mishpachah is a certain type of love because it comes from Yahuwah, because everybody's there for one purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like even at family gatherings, like fleshly family gatherings, everybody's not there for the same purpose. Somebody's just there because their mama made them come. Somebody's just there because they know Uncle such and such always give out some good money. Somebody's there because they want the sweet potato pie. You know what I mean? So everybody's not there for the same reason. But, in instances when Yasharal is gathering in righteousness, everybody is there focused on the Most High. And I really think that's why the love that's coming through the assembly it hit different. So, I just want to give a shout out to, everybody that was in attendance at the Abib Fest here in the NAP, this past Abib in 2026. Beautiful time. Shout out to all the Morays and all the Moras that, put their hands to the plow and got that done. I appreciate just being a part of something that beautiful for the Most High.
Yes, it was a good time, man. Like we was talking about earlier, that we gotta know when we being tested and know when to check it. You know what I'm saying? Because Friday evening wasn't such a good evening for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, started right at the house right before I left. Dog running away. My son telling me that his hygiene was straight, but it wasn't. And then getting there, and then the camera system crashing and doing all these things, man. So we gotta know when to do it. You know, I took it the wrong way. You know, I was mad and frustrated and whatnot, and didn't really go to the script, but prior to that, man, Hebrews 11:5, and it wasn't, and I think the Hebrews and the Moors, they had that prayer altar call,
mm-hmm.
So that really brought a lot of some things up during that prayer, and now I gotta fix the mistakes that I've done or the people that I'm wrong. So that was a good humbling experience and whatnot. But
yeah, I think one thing about it too, Ak, is like it's real, isn't it? Like the Ruach is real,
man,
and
real,
like,
man.
Yeah, and like so for folks outside looking in, like they don't necessarily understand because we really once you come into this truth, like for real, not once you know about the truth, because even Donald Trump know about the truth, right? Like they know who the Hebrew Israelites are, right? They got them on the watch list, right? So like they know the truth, but once you submit to your hood, like it's real, and then you are now bound to these commandments. You know what I'm saying? And these commandments is here to keep us safe. Once we veer from the commandments, we out of the bounds of the grace that's available. And that is really what these messages about. Not just this message, but that's what our whole platform about. And that's the message we delivering to the people. Like we go through it too. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, we're going to go through it, those who have chosen Yahuwah as their path, more so than those in the world, because you could do whatever you want in the world and be perfectly fine. That's why you usually see, like, the dope boys running it up, everybody running it up, people doing all this stuff, and they usually keep sliding with it until they want to change, until they want to make a pivot.
Yeah, no conviction. No conviction.
Conviction.
They don't have no conviction.
Mm-hmm.
But us who know the truth and know the way, know the light, and know the end goal, that you're gonna be at some time, you're gonna feel convicted when you're not in your flesh. But if you in the spirit, anything that you do that's outside of the will of the Most High, you're gonna feel convicted for it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can find the script, Bob.
All right. I had something came to my mind, but it just escaped my mind. It was a script. Something you had mentioned, Knock, that triggered my mind. But while you looking for that, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into a little bit about exactly what we're speaking on. I'm gonna jump into, I want to say, Ecclesiastes. Let me see what 7 say. Ecclesiastes 7. And let's spend some time in Ecclesiastes real quick. It's got a lot of gems in here. So first of all, let's start at Ecclesiastes 1 real quick. We're gonna kind of go through it. Just so we know, because one thing about it is a lot of sound biting going on in Yasharal and a lot of misinterpretation. So let's see who this is. It says Ecclesiastes 1:1. It says the words of the preacher. So in the Hebrew, that's actually the name of the book, Kohalah, or the preacher, the son of Daud, so David. And who is David? King of Jerusalem. All right. So, and this son is the king of Jerusalem as well. This is Solomon. It says, vanity of vanities, saith the preacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. It says, what profit hath a man of all his labor which he hath taken under the sun? It says, one generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. So one thing about it is the earth is the stage that everything is being played on. Just like you could use the same venue over and over and over, but you can have a multitude of different type of plays. So you can have an action or different movies. You can have action, comedy, drama, thriller, mix them together. But it's all on the same stage. The earth is the stage. They got you looking into outer space. All right. So they got everybody looking into outer space, right? All right. And Donald Trump just said they're going to be releasing some UFO files that are very interesting soon. So you got to understand how like these things work, because everything is already planned out. Like everything's already planned out. So like, I don't know if you can pull up that clip of Donald Trump in 1987, but he was in 1987 in an interview and he was talking about invading Iran.
Oh yeah. Let me see.
Yeah, it's a Donald Trump, 1987. So, you know, he didn't come president until what?
2021.
20. Because
then he did so maybe 2020.
2020, because that was around COVID. And then
it might have been 19. Could have been 19 then. Could have been 19 because 2021 to 2023.
Let me look it. But we're just showing. Either way, we're talking about 1987. But Donald Trump first election year was he was inaugurated January 2017. So he was already in office. It was just carrying over. He ended in January 2021. So he ended in January 2021. Everybody already had their stimulus packages by then.
Yeah. All right.
But
can you see this?
Okay. Yup. That's it right there.
Why couldn't we go in and take over some of their oil, which is along the sea?
How would you do that? Would you send in the Marines? Would you take a chance in a war?
Let them have Iran. You take their oil. That's what
How?
How?
I mean, do we want a war? What do you mean we take their oil?
You go in.
How do we go in?
You're going to have a war by being weak.
Okay, how do we go in? What do we do?
Excuse me. Yeah? You're going to have a war, and it's going to start in the Middle East.
What if the Soviet Union said, you do this to Iran, we're going to come in?
I don't believe they'd do it. The next time Iran attacks this country, go in and grab one of their big oil installations, and I mean grab it and keep it, and get back your losses, because this country has lost plenty because of Iran.
We're never going to have another one of these guys. So ideologically consistent over the years, it's absolutely crazy.
So yeah, 1987, yo. You know, so
was it Bob Walters? That was the name.
Yeah. So it's a lot about Trump, man. So you know, I don't want to veer. I want to tie it together. It's wild. It's wild with this Trump. So we're gonna come back to that. But just remember, right? Yeah. This stuff don't work like this. one thing y'all gotta understand is life don't work how y'all think it work. It don't work like the president gets up, makes a phone call, and says, "Hey, we got to go drop bombs on Iran." It don't work like that. You know how many people got to sign off on this stuff? How long they had to? 1986. It's been on his mind, but it's a lot of people that got to come together to allow that to even be a conversation, and then it gets into allies and things of that nature. So, you know, this is not just cut and dry like people be trying to make it.
Man, this thought just came in my head, bro. So we know he got his first presidency in 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
This just came to my mind because, you know, now they're referencing Donald Trump as Christ. Right?
Who?
White folks. The white folks, whoever is this. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna pull it up for you. But I want you to think about it before I do. So his first term, he was for the people. Right?
Yeah.
Listen to the people. Folks was getting stimulus checks and all that stuff. Getting everybody on the side. Right? What Christ do? Tell the law. Come for the people. Now this is Trump's second term.
Now he coming for war.
He ain't caring about what anybody talking about. He ain't
getting, if you wasn't riding with me by now,
he ain't getting no approval for no war. He ain't getting no approval for taking the Venezuela president. He doing what he want to do when he want to do. Because remember what he said, I'm the last president.
Oh, so but check this out. There's one where he's with the rabbi guy, right?
Yep.
And the rabbi come on and say, "This Donald Trump. He said he's the first Jewish president." You remember that?
Yeah.
All right, we gotta go there now. You took me there. You took me there. Let me share this screen. Can I share?
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
All right, so share screen, and then I'm gonna go.
While you doing that, I'm gonna hit the script that I pulled for earlier from when we was talking about us being in our flesh.
Okay.
1 Samuel 15 at 23, verse 23. For rebellion is as sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is the iniquity and idolatry. Because I have rejected the word of the Most High, he has also rejected thee from being king. So I'll speak on me. So for years, man, everybody been giving me wisdom, telling me to do A, B, C, and D. And I'm like, yeah, I hear you. And I keep on doing what I'm doing. Which leads all these years, and the Most High continue to give me grace and all praises that he did, because he could have turned me into a reprobate at any point in time, and I would have never came into the realization of my wrongdoings before or after this event with the Abid Fest with Benaiah, Kingdom Life, and the Forerunners. So this script right here, man. So, you know, when we let our mind control what we do, we in idolatry, we in witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Hebrews that's claiming to be Israelites, claiming to be followers of Christ, but we in idolatry, and we're rejecting the word of the Most High. We may not reject him as being, or the Messiah being king, but we're rejecting his word, and we putting up these blinders to be stuck in our ways, in our flesh, and we gotta get out of that quick. and listen to these wisdom that everybody's giving us, because not all wisdom come from elders. It come from your brothers, come from some women, and even come from some children, show ladies. So if we're gonna keep rejecting the knowledge that and most High gonna keep sending people to you, hopefully you're gonna pick it up. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna keep rejecting it, he gonna like, all right, this nigga ain't getting it. Hey, Mikael, go ahead and touch his head. Give him that.
Man, that's exactly right. Like real talk, like that's great, right? Because that is what grace mean, right? It's like, okay, you might be behind on a bill, and it's like, okay, they ain't cut your stuff off yet. You know what I'm saying? But like, there is a deadline. I'm gonna need that from you. And then one day you flip. Oh, they was really about that bit. They really cut that mug up. Like, yeah, like it's a grace period. It don't mean it's a grace existence.
As soon as they open them office doors and logged into that computer.
Yup. They say if he don't have it in there by the day, if she don't have it on this desk by this hour, they stuff off. You know what I mean? And that's how it is. You know, you could be at your job or at school, and your behavioral or your attendance. Hey, look, they like one more time. You know, the grace is I could have got you when you was, them couple minutes off of your break, but I did that for you a couple times. This next time, I can't help you. So yeah, man, that's real talk though, and it's not easy. Even being humble and even confessing our faults. One to another like that, but that is what the scripts tell us to do. And we gotta practice these things, so it's like one thing to learn the scripts, just the next thing to practice them.
Yeah, another thing to live it out. You gotta live it out. You should say practice.
Let me know if you can see this out.
Yeah.
You see that? So it's a Donald Trump has been colloquially hailed as first Jewish president by supporters, including conservative commentator Mark Levin, to praise him pro-Israel policies and ties to Jewish community. This symbolic title stems from his actions, such as moving the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, and his family connection includes his daughter Ivanka's conversion to Judaism. You see this?
Yeah.
Rather than his personal religious faith, which is Christian. So he says he's Christian, right?
Yeah, but that goes out the window. My bad. That Christian statement goes out the window. There's another.
Thank you.
There's another source that
we have a man. I have to take a little time because every Saturday night used to be.
Can you hear this? Or oh, you can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I can't hear it, but I'll let y'all hear it.
Thank you. We have a man. I have to take a little time because every Saturday night used to be Sunday. Then he did so well that they put him on Saturday too. Saturday night. You know who I'm talking about? Because there's only one has Saturday and Sunday, and Saturday is considered Death Valley, but it's not death because of ratings. Nobody gets good ratings. Although actually my daughter-in-law is doing well, and you always did well. The great one, Mark Levin. And much more importantly, his much more brilliant wife. Where are you? There you are.
Now.
Would you come on up here, both of you? Get up
talking
here.
about the Mark guy now.
I got look.
I think he's gonna come up there. He's gonna say
I'm forced to watch television to listen to this guy talk about how freaking great I am, because he does like Trump. There's no question about it. Come on up here, Mark. Get up here. I notice
is look at them flags in the back, all them symbols.
Come on up. What a beautiful couple.
Yeah.
Did you get lucky? If you weren't a genius, you wouldn't have a wife like this. Marks, say a couple of words. Come here, darling.
Oh no, this might not be the one. It was a guy came. Oh yeah, this guy.
And these people do like
that's his wife.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
And he loves Israel too.
He loves Israel too.
2 seconds. Just 2 seconds. 6 years ago, I was up here, and I said, "This is our first Jewish president."
I just said it right there.
Now he's
What'd
the
he say?
first Jewish president to
First
serve
Jewish
two,
president.
First Jewish president.
not
All right,
consecutive.
all right. So Donald Trump is the first Jewish president, but they say, oh, that's not really. Can you see the screen up?
Yeah, blow it up just a little bit, Ebro.
Good.
Yep.
So they said that was just symbolically, right? They're saying he's not really Jewish, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Donald Trump, original family name, and Mishpaka. This is where we're going with this. What is Donald Trump's original family name? The original family name of Donald Trump's German ancestry was Drumpf. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So the family name wasn't always Trump. It was Drumpf. It says also spelled Drumpfton or Trump. The family immigrated from Germany to the United States with Frederick Drumpf, Donald Trump's grandfather, changing his name to. All right. So now here's the thing.
Keep it right there.
They connected to Germany, right?
Yeah.
So let's go Genesis. Let me see what 10 say. Genesis 10. It says, now these are the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. We know that, right? Mm-hmm. It says, and unto them were sons born after the flood. They start off with the sons of Japheth, and his sons were Gomer, Magog, and Madai, and Yavan, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Tiras, and the sons of Gomer. So now we got the three sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, Japheth. Now we're looking at the sons of Japheth. So these is Noah's grandchildren. Mm-hmm. And we said one of them was Gomer. And now we're going to look at Gomer's children. So this will be Noah's great-great-grandchildren, right? Mm-hmm. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz. We're going to stop right there. So let's go to Ashkenaz. It says, a man as sprinkled fire as scattered, a descendant of Japheth, a northern people perhaps of Bithynia. All right, then when we look down here in the notes, it tells us a singular form. It says the modern Jews understand it to be Germany and call that country by its Hebrew name. All right. So they're saying, so these is the same people that Donald Trump descended from. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump descended from the Ashkenazi Jews. Mm-hmm. So how was they gonna say that he's not a Jew or Jewish? You see what I'm saying? So that's how they get you. Now, if you look at the back of your $1 bill, you're gonna see 6-point star. You'll see all them little stars on the back of the dollar bill, and then make an outline of a 6-point Jewish flag star. So that's why these people is in cahoots. These people have been, putting this stuff together for a very long time, man. Hashatan got a plan too. Mm-hmm. So if we are the Most High's battle axes and weapons of war, then Hashatan got some minions, and he got a system too, and that's why I was talking to somebody yesterday. He said, be in the world, not of the world, because the word world means system. So we're in the system, but we're not of the system. We messing the system up with the truth we bringing and the lifestyle we live in. And that's how it gotta be.
Hey, type in Jared Kushner on there.
Okay. How you spell that?
I think Koshner.
Here we go. All right. Jared Kushner. the term.
Everything
Jared
comes
Kushner.
back.
Yep. As of April 26, Jared Kushner is a central figure in the second Trump administration's foreign policy diplomatic role. He serves as a special envoy for peace, frequently working alongside Steve Witkoff. He has been, let me get this off. He has been lead negotiator in efforts to end the Russian-Ukraine war and the conflict in Gaza.
All
This
right.
is on April 17. This is a congressional investigation. On April 17, 2026, Representative Jamie Raskin launched a sweeping investigation into Kushner's potential conflicts of interest. The inquiry examines his private investment firm, Affinity Partners, which manages approximately $6.16 billion, with roughly 99% of its fundings derived from foreign sources like Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Qatar. So he's under
type in his connection with Donald Trump.
Okay. Because it said he's under investigation.
Yep.
Jared Kushner is Donald Trump's son-in-law, married to Ivana Trump, and has been a central trusted advisor since 2016 campaign. He served as a senior White House advisor. So is this why she converted to Judaism?
This is why she converted to Judaism. This is why he's saying, the man Mark is saying that Trump is the first Jewish president.
Family and advisor, married to Ivana Trump. He was a key figure in both Trump's presidential campaigns. White House role, first term, served as senior advisor, directing the Office of American Innovation, lead Middle East peace efforts, Abraham Accords. Wow.
If I'm not mistaken,
huh?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he has some commercial property in New York, and I think the address is 666 Avenue, something like that. You see it? You need to type it in all the way.
It's a 665th Avenue.
But read down.
Yep.
Read down
it's a 665th Avenue, formerly 666 Avenue, and the Tishman building.
So what they did, they had to change that once folks started hey boy, that's that building.
Wow. Okay. That stuff be crazy. The number 666 at the top, which could be seen from various locations in the city. Wow. You know, right. They try to put it in your face so many ways, man.
Yeah.
Man. All right, man. Let me get back to this Ecclesiastes.
Yeah. Go ahead. Right, go ahead, man.
All right, man. So we just wanted to show y'all some of that, man, just to show y'all though, how real it be though.
Yeah.
All right, so we know who's speaking these words, right? But you hear the tone that Solomon coming in. It's like he said at verse 3, what profit hath a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. So yeah, the earth abideth forever, because that's the stage everything getting played on, right? So all of these wars happened on earth. All of this stuff happened on earth. Even the gospel happened on earth. It says the sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place where he arose. The wind goeth towards the south, and turned about unto the north. It whirleth about continually, and the wind returned again according to his circuits. And it's just literally giving you the nature of earth, right? But what I see and what I notice in this arc is I noticed that like set apart minded people think about stuff like this. Like you could just be walking in a park or just walking and the wind blowing and you just start thinking like where the wind come from. You know what I'm saying? But like when you was this carnal minded, you don't even think about stuff like this. You just think about where that next check coming from, where that next hit coming, whatever you looking for. You don't even think about things bigger than you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And look how he's thinking about it. He said, all the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. And so he's just going through nature, right? Mm-hmm. We're gonna jump around a little bit. I'm gonna jump over here to chapter 5. All right, I'm in chapter 5 now. It says in verse 1, it says, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of Elohim. All right, so when you go into the sanctuary or when you go gather with the saints, because he said, if 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, he is present, right? Mm-hmm. So that's going to be who you dwelling with, right? Mm-hmm. So you go to the gathering, you go to the assembly. It said, be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. Don't go just ready to just be that guy. You know what I'm saying? You should be humble. I think Yahuwah is a humbling spirit. He'll humble you. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before Elohim. So he's like, really think about the words that you put out of your mouth, because what we've been noticing now, because we see something in this Old Testament, then we jump over to this New Testament, he's backing it up. Mm-hmm. So he said he's gonna be judged by every idle word. So he said, be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hastily to utter anything before Elohim. Think before you talk, man. For Elohim is in Shamayim, and thou upon the Arats, the earth. Therefore, let thy words be few. Mm-hmm. So don't just be talking to the Most High super crazy, thinking you know what I'm saying, running off at your mouth. That's what I'm getting from that. He said, let thy words be few, be concise, and let him know what's happening. For a dream coming through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known by a multitude of words. So, sometimes your thoughts in your sleep, your dreams is affected by, you had a busy day, you had a busy week. You go to sleep, you start diffusing, and now you got all these dreams coming in your head. That's how you kind of figure that out, right? Multitude of business. That's how I had that dream. Well, how do I figure out somebody's a fool? All his words. He keep on talking. I'm going to figure out he's stupid or not.
Yeah.
And then we spoke on this before. When thou vowest a vow unto Elohim, defer not to pay it up. So when we vow to Yahuwah, and all of us who have participated in Pesach have made a vow unto Yahuwah, because we shouldn't have done it if we wasn't Yasharal. It says, for he had no pleasure in fools. We done made ourselves fools in the multitude of our words. If we are preaching the word, giving the word, being the ones that's, in the forefront, right? We on the corner, we in the assemblies. What'd you say, Out?
Read that last verse of vow to vow.
It says at verse 5 and 4, when thou vowest a vow unto Elohim, defer not to pay it, for he hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow than that thou shouldest vow and not pay.
Man, we made it, like you said, we made a vow, even prior to coming into the truth, prior to keeping any of the feast days. We all have vowed a vow, saying, God, Most High, Yahuwah, whatever you want to call him, at whatever time and point in your life. You have said, if you get me out this situation, I will do this.
Yeah.
Then he get you out that situation, and you still doing the same things that you did.
You right back to it.
Right back to it. I'm a living testimony. I'm going through what I'm going through because I said what I said to the Most High, and the Most High said it's time to collect. Let me break this nigga down since he think that he all that. Let me break him down. Like you said, like when it's time to collect, it's nothing you can do can stop it.
Man.
When that time when the Most High say, hey, it's your time, your book of life about to close, ain't nothing you can do that can stop it. Nothing. So when it's time to collect, so if we vow these vows, and like I always got to speak to yourself first. So when we vow these vows, you got to stand on that no matter what the case may be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to stand on it. And make sure you ready to honor that vow that you made. Because it can be very detrimental to you if you don't keep it. Most High is not a respectful person. So we have to keep it, or we're gonna suffer the consequences, and you're not gonna like it when the Most High chastise you for you not doing what you said you was gonna do.
Man, good word right there. Hey, look, I keep coming with that fire. He like, hey, look, we trying to prevent, the next brother or sister from having to go through some things that we can already testify. You don't have to even do it.
Well, you already know what's understood don't have to be explained.
But also, if even if it don't apply to you, yet, or even if it do apply to you, even if you in trouble with the Most High, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta see brothers you gotta see how to take it on the chin, because it's enough to, let's just keep it real. If you feel the rejection of Yahuwah, man, you know what I'm saying? So you remember getting whooped as a child? Like, I got whooped as a child, but my pops would say, like, I whooped you because I loved you. I didn't know what he meant. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? At the time. But as I got older, I understood, dang, I had to whip my children because I love them and I want to correct them and I don't want them to stay out of order. So it didn't got to the point where I had to whoop you. I told you, gave you a warning. Or you said, hey, look, he going to tell you for so long. So I done gave you a warning. We all done been there. Mm-hmm. He gave you a warning. I probably gave you a couple warnings, but back in the day, I ain't going to hold you. Man, down south, they didn't tell you more than once. And they say, I'm not going to keep it. This is them telling you more than once. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. Mm-hmm. So technically, that's twice.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So then you do it again. Hey, man, come here, where that leather at? Or go get that switch, because you already knew what we was in a contract with.
Mm-hmm. Or you in close proximity and you taste them knuckles out of the blue. Huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So and that's one of these verses coming up. Let's look at it.
Go ahead. I'll be right back.
Okay, but that's a good point, man. Don't vow to vow if you aren't sincere about taking that vow. I'm gonna jump down. Let us let me go a couple books in the future. It's in chapter 8, 11. And that's what we're thinking about. Let's look at Ecclesiastes 8. I'm gonna start at 10. It says, and so I saw the wicked buried, who had come and gone from the place of the holy, and they were forgotten in that city where they had so done. This is also vanity. So, man, this is also vanity. This is nothing, right? He said, why? Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So that's the part for me, is because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. So just because you in sin and you don't get that judgment right now, like, okay, they ate off the tree of knowledge of good and evil, right? How should the serpent said, right? The Nakash said, hey, you surely won't die. Like, you ain't gonna die right now, but now what? They dead now, right? It didn't happen speedily. So he lied, but he kind of told the truth, right? He didn't lie, but he did. And also, it was also another part to that the Most High revealed to you when he said, hey, they're gonna live forever if they eat from this tree of life. So they didn't get to that part. But now that they got the knowledge of good and evil, why wouldn't they have the knowledge to go to that other tree? So Yahuwah came and said, well, we ain't having that. You rebelled, and then you think you got to live forever? Nah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But because sentence against an evil work, it's not executed right then. Even when you get arrested, right? You don't just get sentenced, you get put in a holding tank. You go to jail, you sit, you get out on bail, then you be wondering where your future. It says, therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So that grace period right there, it gets to people's head, and you out on bond, but you living like you ain't got nothing going on. You know what I mean? You is a horrible parent, but you acting like you just got. I just watched the show yesterday. She was a horrible parent. You know what I mean? But she out here trying to have a dating life.
What show is it?
You know what I mean? So it's like we really gotta home in to what is the purpose of salvation and spirituality. It's like, though a sinner do evil 100 times, though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his day be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Elohim, which fear before him. So it's like, although it's because see, we be watching other people. So I see somebody doing something 100 times, man. He done made 100 plays, got rich. You know, these cats out here balling. And some of these women, I'm just keeping it real. Some of these women won't talk to no dude if he ain't in that lifestyle. Because if he's not in that lifestyle or in a like a situation or like kind of career that got probably like a similar type of cash flow coming in that quick, you know, they won't mess with you. So a lot of women, they just mess with dope boys and, you know, even hitmen, street guys. because that money coming in quick, and it looked good, but you know, and you see that happening. So you know, a lot of them girls, man, they be good girls to start off with, but some of them probably got in their ear like, "Girl, you better get on him. He got this going on."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know you got brother over there, but he's gonna be at work all day. Like this is what they say. Like a lot of women are turned off from brothers who work all day. Crazy as it may sound, dog. As crazy as it may sound, you know, a lot, like majority of these women out here, when you tell them, hey man, I work 10-hour shifts, I work 12, 17-hour shifts, because they're not locked into reality. I used to do 70-something hours a week.
Yes,
kept the roof. Look, had the Eddie Bauer 300 Chrysler 4-bedroom house out of the way. You hear me? Hey, guess what? Now, that's too much work. I'm gonna find something else to do while you. Right?
Yeah.
So like, man, I'm telling y'all better start thinking about what's going on. Look now, because look, Isaiah said what? 7 of them. And it's not gonna be because it's by our hand, right? But it's that's what we seeing now though. Now we starting to see women like, man, you know what? I might just rock out with
a working man
or whoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like although sentencing don't come right away, I know a lot of guys that was in the streets. I got into some trouble and stuff like that, but as repentance came into my situation, like you know, them guys might have been whatever, but now, and you know, a lot of guys don't bounce back unless they get with a female that is kind of like, you know, not they don't even love the female or none of that. They just gonna use her up.
Love what she can offer.
Get out of prison, whatever, got a record, whoever, who gonna take me in?
Everything in her name.
Yeah.
Driving her car.
Yup.
Eating her children's snacks.
And it's gonna be that, and he might have 2 or 3 of them. Cause why? They just want to be called by his name. But y'all done made it to where it's like, you know, don't no good dude really want to waste his time, you know, trying to impress. Like I ain't got no time to impress nobody. I'm impressing Yahuwah. That's it.
That's you what the scripts say. Seek first the kingdom of heaven. Seek first the kingdom of heaven and everything. Matthew 6:33.
That's it. Because 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Elohim and his righteousness.
What's the kingdom of Elohim?
Man, the kingdom of Elohim. That's why you got to seek it.
Yeah.
It says, and all these things shall be added to you. Let's look it up. One thing about a kingdom, and the word, and it's really probably better translated empire, but they got it right here: kingdom, royal power, kingship, dominion, rule. Not to be confused with the actual kingdom, but rather the right or authority to rule over a kingdom, of a royal power of the Messiah as triumph Messiah, of the royal power of dignity conferred on the Christians in the Messiah's kingdom, a territory subject to rule, used in New Testament to refer to the reign of the Messiah. So just that alone give us enough, right? So if we seek the reign of the Messiah, that's what we're learning about.
Yeah.
So that's a good question. What is the kingdom of heaven? And I think the best way to look at that is right here, the reign of the Messiah.
Yeah, the reign of the Messiah. Yeah. Because what
So
did
now
the Messiah,
I gotta seek that out.
What did the Messiah possess? What did he show? Galatians 5, the fruit of the Spirit. Because we see that if we're seeking the kingdom, it should be 22. If we seeking the kingdom, that means we're not in this first 21 verses of the script. But read 22 on down, not.
You say if you're seeking the kingdom,
if
you're not dealing with any of this.
We're not dealing with the works of the flesh.
So we're dealing with seeking the kingdom. And that's a good point, because that's exactly what I want to say. Is like it's a whole that see when you're in 21 and up, see these people, that's what they're in. They don't know, like when we talk about the joy of like being around the Mishpachah and the joy of Yahuwah, like they don't even know this. All they know, so like when I used to listen to worldly music, and this is what I see now, it's like you go outside, you see everybody clutching, ain't nobody comfortable. Even in your own neighborhood, you ain't even comfortable. You clutching. And it's like I used to be like this, just clutching. Everywhere you go, just clutch. You gotta have it on. You know what I mean? Because everything you listen to and everything you watch is danger. You know what I'm saying? You're from the hood, you're at the bottom, you ain't gonna kill you. But when you seek first the kingdom, this is what's on your mind. Like, what sound better to you? Galatians 5:22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, to be meek, to be temperance. Against such there is no law. So there's a law against all these other ones. But ain't no law against this, because ain't no wrong in it. It say, and they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts. And that's heavy right there.
Yeah.
So you know, how you know if you in the will of the Most High or not? It's by we gotta line it up with these. They that are Christ have we crucified our flesh with affections and lusts? If we live in the Spirit, let us walk in the Spirit. Let us not be serious of vainglory. We don't want no vainglory.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, man, we appreciate like all the accolades and anything you do, especially with kingdom work. You know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate that. But you know, a lot of times it's like, man, it ain't about like nothing else except getting it done when it comes to kingdom work. It's a purpose behind it. But look at this, provoking one another. It says envying one another. We shouldn't be envying one another neither.
No.
I'm gonna pull up that Psalms 9 right quick.
Yeah.
Because that was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Psalms 9, and I think it was at 16. It said this. It says, Yahuwah is known by the judgment which he executed. And see, that's another thing, because the devil working, this happened. But what I've noticed is, you know, definitely as of recent, like definitely with these recent events that's been going on, every Hebrew that I know that's been going through it, they've been saying, man, who just, judging me.
Yeah. Even look at it like this. It says the Most High is known by the judgment which he executed, right? So he has to put his seal on it before anything is taking place or taken out. It has to come from him. Yes, it's his time to do this. Just like with Job.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Just like with Job. Where thou coming from? From traveling to and from the earth, looking for what he may devour. Right? Oh, you come. He didn't even ask who he was coming for. He Most High already knew. Oh, you coming for my servant Job. Right? So even with that, Satan still got the approval to test Job, but Most High said, you do what you want, believe his life. Right? And even when you go back to the garden, right? We can't blame the devil for being a willing vessel for him to do his mischief. We can't blame the Most High. We can't blame the devil. We chose what we wanted to serve at that time.
It's all about choice.
All about choice. Just how the serpent allowed Satan to use his vessel to deceive Adam and Eve, the same way it's going down now with the human flesh, this corruptible flesh. Go ahead, Doc.
All right. Like you said, Yahuwah is known by the judgment which he executed. And like you said, it's his judgment, so it's going, just like Cain, he put that seal on him. It says the wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. All right. So the work of our own hands get us snared when we in wickedness. Can't blame nobody else. We can't.
Can't blame nobody.
Sometimes people do stuff wrong to you, then you gotta fight for that, right? If somebody done you wrong, I'm one who's gonna say, "Hey, fight, go ahead and fight for that." If they did you wrong, but if you did wrong and you know it, man, you gotta just admit that. You gotta do accountability.
Yeah.
And then this was the word that caught my attention earlier. We was talking about Higion. So let's look at that, right? That Higion, and it means meditation, resounding music, musing, resounding music, meditation, plotting. So it's like deep thought. Look right here, it's a intensive form from a murmuring sound. A musical notation, probably similar to modern. I don't even know what this word is.
Effutuso.
Good job. To indicate solemnity of movement, by implication, Machinotion device, Higana meditation, solemn sound. So the idea I get from that is like that groaning, that moaning. That intercession where it's like we said, we're gonna go to Romans 8. What was that? Romans 8 and 6. 16 too. That's the spirit bear witness. This, let's see, 8 and for the law. He talking about the law. But the spirit hath, this is verse 11, but if the spirit of him that raised up Yahushua from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Mashiach from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his Ruach, which dwelleth in you. It says, therefore, brethren, we are debtors not to the flesh, to live after the flesh. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the Ruach do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. So that's what we're talking about, collection time, right?
Collection time. Time to collect.
It's time to collect. It says, for ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. Abba, Father, please make me the lowest of them all. It say, the spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit, our Ruach, that we are the children of Elohim. And if children, then heirs, heirs of Elohim, and joint heirs with Mashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. And I don't think suffering always means you gotta be poor and broke. Like, I think that's what people be getting the impression of, but sometimes you can suffer just by being ostracized. Right?
Yeah,
you can suffer from, huh?
Yeah, because we, like the script say, be in the world, but not of the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have some days where you be like, damn, boy, that look fun over there. But I already know there's gonna be some stuff I'm gonna be that I don't associate myself with. So you have to do the righteous thing and keep on moving, go somewhere else where you are accepted at. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have the moments to where we want to fit in with the cool kids, or the cool group, but it's not written for us to do that, because we're gonna fall into the flesh. We're gonna fall into temptation. We can't put ourselves in a situation where we're gonna be tempted. Ask me how I know.
I feel you. Like,
so, yeah,
that's the part, and that's why I do like the fact when the Israelites come together. And I hope we can, Most High continue to have events for us and things like that, because that give Bruce something to do. Because a lot of times, man, I run to a lot of brews that you might be the only Hebrew they know. Like we probably know a community, but like some brews just waking up or ain't really that social, and it's like they do everything else on their own. But it's like, man, when the events come or whatever, like pull up to the event, get to know some brews around you, like
especially
it's some different, huh?
Especially if it's in your city.
If it's in your city, and for them brew, and look at it like this, the burden is really on them brews that you pulling up on to be solid, right? So like you don't got to pull up nervous. Like why would I pull up nervous when I'm coming genuine? Hey man, look, I woke up to the truth. I want to learn. I'm about to pull up, and then I get there and you fugazi. Like that's not my fault. You fugazi. You a fugazi. You see what I'm saying? That's how I have to operate.
Yeah.
So I suggest, anybody who's hosting, host with love and host with righteousness, and don't host with hate and hate doctrine, for the simple fact, like I just hope everybody is really honest trying to get back to Yahuwah. Because let's just think about it. You come out here, you got hate, right? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If you hate white people, all right. Let's just say, because we keep it all the way 100, in the Bible, your lineage is determined by your father.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of intermixing going on. Yeah. Now, most of us can trace our lineage up to a certain point. There was a white man in some of these beds. Now, if you was to find out that that's where your lineage started, you see what I'm saying? It get tricky. Just think about this. It could have been a white man, right? It could have been a white woman that it could have been. It's tricky. You can look black, right? Mm-hmm. But lineage go back to your mother and father, and let's say your father was actually white.
Louis Farrakhan.
Oh dang, I didn't even know that.
I think I believe his daddy white.
Then technically you ain't Yashara by blood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be careful, and it could have trickled down like that. So that's what I'm saying. Now let's say now you are actually a white boy, but you got dark complexion, but then you gonna have a child and they got dark complexion. They're still the lineage of that white boy. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm saying is this: y'all got hate doctrine, and trust me, I get it. I'm not no coon or Sambo, right? I ain't no Sambo type dude. So if anybody ever was to come at me like that, like we'll have to holler about that. Cause I'm like not on that at all. I'm big. I'm trying to watch my words on these. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I don't have no hate, because you can't make it into that kingdom with hate, and you just don't know. Like you just don't know. What if your blood was tainted, man? Then what? Now you don't believe no more? That's fake. So like some of y'all, it's gonna happen. Like that's happening. Some of y'all's white boy, white blooded, and look darker than me. Know what I'm saying? So like, man, just be really mindful. Are we in the spirit, or is this just something that you into just to spew hate? Or to get some power or some acknowledgement, or to find a lane? Because some folks is only in this just to find a lane, huh? There was a lame in the world. I see opportunity over here. Let me jump in. Let me get in where I fit in. I'm trying to get something before I leave this raggedy world. That's what I really feel. Some folks is on. What you think about that?
Nothing but facts and truth.
Straight up.
Nothing but facts.
So it's like,
nothing but facts and truth.
Facts and truth. All right. Romans 8:18. It say, "For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us." So he said, man, what you see us going through, it don't have nothing to compare to the glory that we're going to receive by this. It's a for the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of Elohim. For what creature was made subject to vanity, not willing, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope. I ain't skip it. It say, for we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. All right, so the whole creation, so the body of the Mashiach groaneth and travaileth, and not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even when ourselves groan within ourselves. So even when we groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body, for we are saved by hope. But hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doeth he yet hope for? So he's like, man, you got to keep faith in that, even though you suffering now, that you're going to overcome this and be better off. But you're going to have to do that without seeing anything, because if I was to show it to you, it really don't count. It's like a magic trick, right? Like, I got to do the trick. I ain't tell you I do it, or it's like, it's not really the trick. You can't see it happen or it don't work. So yeah, I'm telling you, hey, look, you're going to be good. You're going to get resurrected. You're going to get a new body. I'm going to get the promises of Abraham. Right. But I can't just show you everything, how it's going. You got to just go with the plan. It says, but if we hope for that we see not, then we do with patience wait for it. All right. So if we wait, right? If we wait, no, if he said, but if we hope, but if hope that is seen is not hope, for what a man seeth, why doeth he yet hope for? But if we hope for that we see not. So it sounds funny to the world because they're like, man, that's foolish, man. Like they can see their bank account, they can see the dude on Foles, they can see whatever, materialistic clothes, the name brand, but they can't see what you coming into, Aki, because the Most High got it for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you feel it in your ruach. You know what I'm saying? We feel things in our ruach that you can't see. It's spiritual and it's physical.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to choose what you're going to lean into. It says, likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know that what we should pray for we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. So that's like Higion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Higion. They'll, even if you didn't say no word, Most High can feel that. The Ruach gonna translate it. So he trying to say this. It could be a joyous cry. It could be a sorrowful cry. We was in the field singing hymns, moaning. They, sending signals to each other. It say, and he that searches the hearts knoweth what is the mind of the Ruach or the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of our hand. So now this is an instance where, we got people that speak all kinds of different languages all over the earth. So if the Ruach can intercede and he knows your heart, if somebody's in ignorance, right? If somebody's in ignorance of certain things, but they gotta see the Most High speak a heart language. That's the language above all languages, the languages of your heart.
Yeah.
Because the Most High is the only one that can really read that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he created all these people too. He created the Philippine, the Spaniard, you know what I'm saying, the African. He can create all these people. So you don't think he can read all their hearts?
Yeah,
maybe they don't know his name as Yahuwah, or maybe they don't know Yahushua, or maybe they don't know none of that. But it's some good people out here that wish they did know his name. So for those that don't and he accept their heart, guess what? That Ruach gonna intercede. But that come from a genuine heart, because some folks that genuinely know, hey man, I know it's deeper than what they telling me in church, so I got a bad church, but I read the Bible, I stop eating pork, whatever they know to their knowledge and to their ability. So that's why we saying too, you gotta worry about yourself. He said, don't be coveting no neighbor and don't be looking at nobody else just like you got it way over than them, because you might have some knowledge, but they might have some like experience in walking out a form of righteousness that you ain't even on, but you got knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You barking at people on the corner, but you ain't even taking care of your children, but you know every verse from the top of your head. But your children don't even know their father. They just know he at camp. But it's like this, I'll get 28. And we know that. Let me get to it. Yeah, Bob. Go ahead. They're gonna tell her, hey, you need some new shoes. You better go out there that car and tell your dad give you some money. But wait till the sun go down though, because he out there on the Shabbat.
Yeah, that was good.
And we just joking, y'all. But for real, man, some of y'all brothers, man, y'all got the word in your hand, and y'all ain't in your children's lives. And he said, a man that don't tend to his own home is worse than an infidel, and an infidel is a non-believer.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's what we saying, y'all. We gotta be able, if you can get a punch, because y'all talk hard out there. Them sisters come through with them skimpy clothes on. Y'all quick to call them whores. Let's not be no deadbeat fathers.
Thanks.
That's all I'm saying. With a book in our hand.
Thanks.
Yeah. I don't know too many deadbeat fathers. I don't deal with them. I don't hang with them. I'm just keeping it real.
Straight up.
It say, and we know that all things work together for the good of them that love Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. And that is a universal principle. They say, they stealing all this stuff from the scripture principle. Some kind of thought of the universe or whatever, or what goes around comes around, or whatever, karma, right? All of this is to cover up and to hide Elohim and judgment. It's really called judgment. It says to them who are called according to his purpose. So, and that's what we're really talking about. We're talking about judgment is what they call karma. You know what I'm saying? It's really judgment. So as much energy as you put into things, as many seeds as you put out, just make sure you're putting your seeds into righteous things, righteous behavior, and make sure that, we gotta tap back in. I keep send a scripture out every day. How many of us read it? I think that was cool when you posed the question. Hey, look, how was your day? You know what I'm saying? Seeing you trying to overcome the day, because that's the only way we're gonna make it. Is by us helping each other. If you got a drinking problem and I don't know that, and then I'm like, hey man, everybody, we about to go and kick it. Or let's say it's card night and I bring the bottle out and you looking like, maybe that's not the time and place for that, brother, and that weakness.
Be not a stumbling block.
Don't be a stumbling block. So man, that's really all I got. I get scripture wise, all
praise. Man, I ain't got nothing. We do part 2, man, because shoot, time to collect don't end.
Man, it don't end, Doc. And I do kind of want to keep going on it because one thing about it, remember when you, I believe Matthew was a tax collector.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But remember the tax collectors, they were shunned. You know what I'm saying? They never, don't nobody like no tax collector. Don't nobody like when they come around collecting taxes. But, I think it's crazy that was his profession, but then he became an apostle, So it's like, and even with the tribe of Dan, Dan means judgment. You know what I mean? Daniel, judged, or the judge of Elohim. So, it's a judgment. And that's what it's about, man. It's about remaining within that hedge. You got to stay within that hedge of safety. Them is the statutes. It's like a state. Like once you leave out of that certain shape on the map, now I'm out of the state of Indiana. If I got to stay in this statute, and then I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is with this Ruach.
Mm-hmm.
So, all praises to the Most High, man.
Yes, excellent lesson, Doc.
Yeah, man. Same to you, Doc.
Excellent information. You know what I'm saying? Most High willing, the message reach somebody, man. And if y'all need some counseling, find y'all a counselor. You know what I'm saying? Especially as men, because I've been an advocate of not really talking to nobody. Well, I've been talking to some folks and ain't really called it counseling, but I was shunning it. So, I mean, you got issues or a problem, find y'all an elder or somebody y'all can trust. Is gonna give y'all the good information. It's not gonna be biased about you or your situation, but just make sure you find somebody that you can trust. Is gonna give it to you straight. It ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. Go ahead and get that uncomfortable feeling out the way, and then once you accomplish what you trying to accomplish, you're gonna feel a lot more better because the scripts say the word is a two-edged sword. They're gonna cut you, they're gonna heal you at the same time. So that's my going out message, Jock.
Well, all praises, man. You know, hallelujah to Yahuwah. You know, we just want to thank Yahuwah for allowing us to, you know, just have another day, man. Even though if we made mistakes, there's still his grace still extended to us. Ain't nothing worth giving up. You know, don't ever give up. Always just move forward. Look towards Yahuwah. Look up. Seek the kingdom. That's what he was saying. You know, you see people looking up, you're like, oh, he a daydreamer. Yeah, better looking down in shame and stupidity and ignorance. So look up towards Shamayim, seek the kingdom. And we said that is the reign of the Messiah. So if you're trying to figure out what the kingdom is, figure out who the Messiah is and what his mission is about.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, we had some current events, but we did enough current events today. We did a little bit of research, but you know, y'all check in on this war. Let's see, check in on this war. Check in on the new draft bill to draft people in the men into the army starting at 18 to 25, an automatic draft that's coming out in December.
So this war don't look like it's going nowhere.
Nah, it's not going nowhere. I don't know what I was looking at for that one, so I won't say that.
They trying to bring you back into a certain reality. They trying to let y'all know, hey, don't forget, when it's time to go to war.
Yeah.
18, I mean, what kind of sense is that even? You sacrifice.
And that's what I was saying earlier. In the text, when they say, you know, this is not our war. You know, script tell us not to vote. Don't vote for no man over you. Don't put no man over you. Most High will do that. But if we put men above us, we have to go by what the man rules is. And none of these people that's in this office or in any office that's running the world have any ties to the Most High, but the Most High using them. So get in y'all script, prepare to go to jail, because if they bump it up to anything else after 25, I'm going to jail. I'm not fighting no war. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fighting no war.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. So y'all do your research on them things, man. And until then, we holler at y'all Hebrews next week if it be the Most High will.
Hallelujah. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.